Hi everyone. Today's video is the Community ICAP Technical Assistance webinar for the 2015 program year. It is August 10th, about 10 a.m. So I'm just going to dive right into today's presentation, and if you have questions or comments, please feel free to email or to call me at the end of today. So first off, I wanted to start off with just a little bit of an introduction to what is Campus Compact and what is Iowa Campus Compact. Well, National Campus Compact was founded in 1985 and was created to help colleges and universities create structures to support student development and civic engagement. Over 1,100 colleges and universities are member of Campus Compact across the entire nation, and we'll be celebrating our 30th anniversary here in 2016. You can check out more information at www.compact.org. And see what programs they offer and those sorts of things. I think you're going to see more of an impact from Campus Compact here at the state level through what we call Iowa Campus Compact, which was formally started in 2003, and we support Iowa's colleges and universities in developing their civic engagement opportunities on campuses. We have 22 member schools, which includes all 3 region schools, 1 community college, and 18 private schools. This is a president's membership, so the presidents of each of those schools have signed on and decided to become members of our organization, which is pretty exciting that we're reaching at the highest levels of those institutions. The mission and vision of Campus Compact, well, our mission is to strengthen the capacity of colleges and universities to prepare all students to become engaged citizens. Our vision is, through our strength of our coalition, to provide leadership for the civic mission of higher education. And we try to do that through our programs here. I'm just going to briefly describe these, and obviously I'll go into ICAP a little bit more specifically. So Faculty Fellows, this is where we reach out to faculty members across the state of Iowa. We provide them an opportunity to work with fellow faculty members and to develop service learning projects or other maybe research projects that are community-based or something that really tries to enhance civic engagement in their community and on their campus. Our Civic Ambassadors program is directed towards students, and this is where we work with a select group of students from a few campuses across the state of Iowa, and those students try to develop service programs or maybe enhance other civic opportunities on campus that we can't maybe not necessarily do through some of our other programming, and we try to provide professional development support to those individuals. The Iowa College AmeriCorps program, I'll dive into that here in just a little bit. Our AmeriCorps Vista program, which is a full-time capacity building opportunity where we recruit individuals to serve either on campuses or in the community, doing full-time capacity building work to develop programs and partnerships between higher ed and the community. Our Summer Vista program is focused on a specific issue each summer. We have a pretty small cohort of usually around 10 individuals. And they work on a variety of tasks, but it is only during the summertime when it is a pretty small group there. The last one, Campus Election Engagement Project, this was something that we started last year, and it's a partnership where we try to just support this initiative to increase election engagement on Iowa's campuses. So we have a pretty indirect involvement in that project, but it is something that we do support. So. Well, I'm going to dive into what is Community ICAP, and first I'm just going to broadly talk about what is this program. It's the Iowa College AmeriCorps program, and it was started in 2007, and our AmeriCorps members at that point provided direct services to the community. Well, now, at that point, we worked with 7 institutions of higher ed, and we only had 78 members. Going into this next year, we have 170 members that we can allocate across our network. Community ICAP was actually added in the 2014 program year as a summer ICAP, and our goal here was to get college students serving in their communities over the summertime. And this is definitely kind of the bread and butter of the Community ICAP program. We really see that moving forward, and definitely something that we want to continue supporting. And just a kind of an interesting fact about the program, since inception, since that 2007 timeline, we've had over 1,000 members that have served in this program, which is pretty exciting, and we're still growing, which is even more exciting. Um, in 2012, we changed to providing capacity building services, which is the program that you see today. In 2013, we were given national competitive funding for the first time, which means that we were given a 3-year funding, and we're currently in our 3rd year. We're going into our 3rd year of funding, so that means that we're going to recompete this fall for funding for next program year, starting in 2016. ICAP is an education award only program. So what does that mean? Well, that means that the members who could be serving at your site are they only receive an education award from AmeriCorps. So you might be familiar with other programs where individuals will receive a stipend, a monthly stipend, or a weekly, biweekly, whatever it might be. We don't provide that. The only thing we provide are professional development opportunities, and then obviously the education award here. It works well with our program. It also allows us to keep costs low and to focus more on capacity building here. ICAP is an intermediary program. So what does that mean? Well, that means that I don't receive, my office, Iowa Campus Compact doesn't receive direct support from ICAP members. I don't have members serving in my office. I usually I work through our host sites, and then they place individuals into the community, and that's generally how this program works. So our focus for this grant is to meet the capacity needs of Iowa nonprofit community, and our approach is to recruit and manage volunteers, improve partner organizations, volunteer practices, and improve the performance of targeted community organizations. Now, I really want to talk about what's the big difference between what we call community ICAP and what we also call campus ICAP. So here is just a quick breakdown of maybe some of the key differences between these two, so that way you as a community organization can kind of decide, well, how do I want to approach this with working with either Iowa Campus Compact or working with maybe one of their campus host sites. And we want to support you in whatever you feel is best for your organization. So I'm just going to run down real quick this list here. Community ICAP, you work directly with me, you work directly with Iowa Campus Compact. You also, you're responsible for recruiting your member, maybe with a little bit of help from a campus partner. We do have a requirement in there that you do partner with a campus, and hopefully they can assist you with that recruitment initiative. Iowa Campus Compact, we're going to administer all the AmeriCorps training and orientations that are required for this program. And then we also obviously require that you do some sort of on-site orientation. And really, your role here is to provide mentorship to that individual. And then you also pay that administrative cost share, which does help to cover Iowa Campus Compact's AmeriCorps, covering the AmeriCorps orientation and other required trainings and the extra staff time that we put into this program. And really, your primary, in terms of on the administration side of things with this program, is to review timesheets, maybe answer a couple questions here and there. I might do a site visit just to see how everything is going, since this is a pretty new program, and get your input. But it's pretty low and pretty intentionally low, so that way, you know, that student who's working at your site about 10 hours a week, they can really focus on supporting your site. So Campus ICAP, and how you kind of play into this, into that opportunity, is where you could possibly work with one of our campus host sites, and you can find a list of that on the ICAP website, and I'll show you where that is here in just a moment. The campus host site recruits your members, so they have a little bit more influence on who the student is that is working at your site. Usually that might vary by each of our campus sites. They do kind of have their own processes, and it's good for you to visit with them and kind of see what type of say you might have in who's going to be placed at your organization. The campus host site administers the AmeriCorps orientation and training, and they also administer the timesheets and performance measures. So they work directly with the members to make sure that performance measures are collected and that sort of thing. These are things that we more expect of you in this case, but in this scenario, in the campus ICAP scenario, the campus host site has a larger takes on a larger share of those responsibilities. And then finally, you still provide that membership to your ICAP member. We really want you to serve as a mentor for that person and really help them grow themselves professionally and make sure that they're doing things, in a professional manner and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to head over real quick and show you, I don't have the host sites listed for this year yet, but I wanted to share with you where everything is. So hopefully you can see the website here. So just iowacollegeamericorps.weebly.com. And if you come over here and go under About, there is participating campuses. And that's what you want to click on. And you can see who we had for 2014-15. Most of those schools will be returning in 2015-16. I'm just finalizing a few of the agreements and want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So you can look for updates on there, but you can see what schools might be working in your area, and you certainly can visit with them. So, and I think the important thing for you to know as a community organization with this program is that Community ICAP is an opportunity, and we certainly want to work with you if you feel like it's something that really fits your organization, especially during the academic year. And we see more of an opportunity for this during the summertime, but we wanted to open it up to the academic year within the Des Moines and Iowa City areas. But our goal with this obviously is that hopefully you can strengthen that partnership and that relationship with one of our campus host sites, and they can take on more of the administrative cost of this program, and then you can build that strength with that campus directly. So although Iowa Campus Compact, can play and kind of serve maybe as a safety net or maybe as an advocate and supporter in this case, we really do want you eventually to get to that campus ICAP side of things, and we want to work with all parties to make sure that everyone can kind of manage this program locally. So just know that that's kind of our big end goal with this program. So member duties, I want to just talk about what it is that we offer that individuals can do at your community organization. We offer the volunteer recruiter, who actively recruits students or community members into volunteer positions, but generally does not provide additional support to volunteers. We also provide the volunteer manager, who actively recruits volunteers and manage volunteer activities. And then finally, the capacity specialist, which is based on that checklist. And then you utilize knowledge from their academic background and apply those highly sought after skills to improve the capacity of a community partner, your organization. Most commonly, you can think of this in three areas. One would be program development, or so either developing an existing program or creating a new program. You can think of it also as improving communications at your site. We have a whole variety of activities there. And then finally, also research, doing policy research, community-based research. Maybe you need to stay on top of changing research in your area, your organization's area, so that way you can be more knowledgeable about whatever it is, the topic that your organization focuses on. And you can work with an ICAP member to kind of help you do those sort of things. This is just a quick breakdown of what the performance measure duties are for, or performance measures are for each of these positions. Capacity specialist, they successfully complete one service project. That's a pretty low bar, and I certainly do know that everyone can make that. They also collect a pre and post survey. The pre and post survey is a pre-post survey of your organization that whoever is the individual supervisor would complete. It just helps us to understand. It's an evaluation of the impact of these individuals, our ICAP members, on your organization. So that's what the evaluation does. The volunteer recruiter, in addition to the pre-post survey, et cetera, they recruit 10 volunteers and they have to serve at least an hour. And then volunteer manager, they manage at least 4 volunteers as well as everything else before that. So, application deadline. This is also a timeline of the program. So the application deadline is September 4th, 2015 by, I believe, 5 p.m. that day. You'll be notified no later than September 11th, 2015. Probably before that, if you do get your application in before the 4th of September, I'll certainly try and see if we can move that date up too. But my goal is to notify you as quickly as possible. Also, there's a supervisor orientation. It's a webinar on September 17th, 2015 that lasts from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That will be recorded and made available on the program website. That's a big thing with this program is that although it's hard to get everyone together, I am very proactive in trying to record everything and make as many resources available on the ICAP website for you. And then lastly, we have the last date to recruit a member is October 1, 2015. And then your members, everyone starts on, this is a Friday, October 2nd, 2015. That's also the first day of service. So your members don't necessarily have to start serving at your site that Monday thereafter, but this is the first day that they're going to receive any sort of training, and really they're expected to start their service in October through the last possible day of service, which we're putting for May 15th, 2016. So these are expectations. So if you do recruit someone, they do need to attend that training. That's not really something that they can make up. It's going to last about a half a day, but they do need to be present because they need to sign their agreement. They do need to sign some background check documents and those sorts of things in order to be successfully enrolled into the program. So. Our host site requirements, so this applies to you. These are things that you need to be able to, that we expect you to be able to meet. You are eligible if you are a 501c3 nonprofit or a government organization. Host sites also, we expect that you have a basic understanding of national service in AmeriCorps. You don't have to have an in-depth knowledge, but we certainly expect a basic one. And then we also, one of the kind of soft requirements here is that we feel that host sites function best in an environment of positive communication and strong collaboration. So really being attentive to your members' needs are something that we expect if you move on and get accepted into the program. All potential host sites must provide direct daily supervision and direct to each AmeriCorps member and ensure that the AmeriCorps members' efforts are targeted towards building capacity. So this is a big thing, and we really expect you to kind of demonstrate this in your application. That there is a purpose behind having this individual there, and that purpose is really towards building capacity. And then we want you to maintain or start a relationship with one of our member institutions. You can find that information on the Iowa Campus Compact website. And then lastly, obviously it's kind of been stated, is that we're only accepting host site applications from organizations located in the Des Moines or the Iowa City areas. So. And I'll show you where the Iowa Campus Compact, I'll show you who our member institutions are, and you can take a look on there. This is something that you will have to work with or have someone from one of our member institutions sign an agreement with your site. Let's see, let me pull it up here. So here you can see all the members. Obviously, this is all across the state of Iowa, but you can look and see who's on here, and we expect you to work with one of those, with one of our member institutions. So, and I'll describe a little bit about what their responsibilities are here in just a moment. So host site expectations. There obviously is that cash match of $250 per member. That's per member slot. So for every 300 hours, it's the $250 that's due for that. The completion of a host site agreement prior to the start of a AmeriCorps member. The host site agreement is listed on the website as well. Reimbursement of member project-related travel expenses, including to the program orientation. Obviously, you need to provide that daily supervision in any sort of office space or materials, something that can put that member in a position of being successful. And then you need to obviously provide approved timesheets to the Iowa grant system, and we'll provide trainings on that program as well. Site supervisor's responsibility, they need to participate in a member recruitment and selection orientation webinar. That's the one that occurs on September 17th. They're also responsible for recruiting, interviewing potential candidates. Really, the host site itself is also responsible to that, and using your internal policies, documenting things, etc., to meet those requirements. We expect you to provide some sort of on-site orientation, and also to serve as an advocate and a liaison to the host site and the AmeriCorps program. So, representing the AmeriCorps program out in the community, and those sorts of things. We want you to assist members in completing reports, evaluations, timesheets, and other documentation. There's not a whole lot for this program, but we do expect you to kind of support them in that, maybe answer questions or send questions my way, those sorts of things. I'm a resource, obviously, for this program as well. Support the members' attendance at the AmeriCorps training, so we expect them to be at that orientation in order to successfully enroll in this program. Communicate in a timely manner to Iowa Campus Compact about any problems or concerns. We do have a whole list of things that I will go through in the orientation, the supervisor orientation, but just know that those are an expectation. Complete an evaluation of the members' performance at the end of their term, and it's pretty straightforward. So. The campus site responsibilities. This is new from summer ICAP. So if you had if you were a summer ICAP host site, this is one of the big changes. Is that we expect you to partner more closely with one of our campus sites, and the goal here is that they can help you and maybe serve as a liaison between you, the host site, and Iowa Campus Compact, and then they also can support member recruitment efforts in whatever way possible. Now here I just wanted to dive through each of the application questions and kind of give you maybe a little bit more context, so that way you can kind of understand what it is that we're looking for. Under the purpose section, these two questions here: please generally describe your organization's goals on improving your capacity and how you plan to use ICAP members to meet this need. We're really looking for understanding how you're connecting what it is your organization's needs are to our ability to use capacity building to support that. So if you have a direct service program and members are only going to be doing that and they're not recruiting members or not recruiting volunteers for it, it's we're not terribly interested in supporting those sorts of things, but we really want to see how are you leveraging and how are you improving capacity in whatever it is, a program, an event, or maybe a special initiative or project that's going on there at your organization. How are you using ICAP members to support that? And then lastly, please just generally describe your organization's need for support from an institution of higher ed. And this is getting back to what I was talking about before, where we really want this to be kind of a start to where we can hopefully find a campus host site for you to partner with. That obviously is always our goal with this program, is just to be able to improve that relationship with a specific institution of higher ed. And we really want to see that happen successfully. So. On-site orientation and training, we need to know that these individuals are going to be trained, so that way they do have an idea of what it's like to work in your office, and we expect that you have some sort of plan in place. Recruitment strategy, what steps will you take to recruit members? Obviously, pulling on those higher ed resources, I think, is important here. But then also, if you have other steps that your office does take to recruit individuals into positions, please share that so we can understand that you do have a process for these things. And if you don't have a process for these things, or maybe you want to take part of this program, but you're just starting on partnering with an institution of higher ed, that's completely acceptable. We're here to support you as well, and we can certainly, Iowa Campus Compact can support you in recruitment in any way that we can. We'll certainly market and communicate your need for filling positions within our network as well. So. Performance measures. These are your host site's goals based upon the number of individuals you hope to have serving at your host site, and we just have suggested calculations, which is really just based on percents. You can obviously differ from this if you need to, and we understand, maybe if you're going to have 2 capacity specialists, that they're likely not going to be recruiting as many volunteers as would a volunteer manager, and we certainly understand that and want to appreciate that as well. So. Don't feel that you need to follow our calculations exactly. They are suggested calculations for a reason. So, Technical assistance, obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. There's my phone number, there's my email. I'm more than happy to talk through any sort of thing that I can with you just to make sure that you feel successful. Or if you have any questions about the actual application, just please let me know. I'm here to support you as well, so I just want to make sure that if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Um, well, it looks like that's all that I have to share today. So thank you for your time. And if you need to view a recording of this, the recording of this as well as the slides will be available up on the ICAP website. Just look under Community ICAP on that application page and you can find the recording there. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.